Hi, welcome. Come and have a seat. If you're a soul named Cindy, a name collective, here's your Rorschach. Feel free to take a screenshot. Source Cindy, you'll receive the original in the mail, and you've upgraded, so I'll also scribe insights on the back. All right, Cindy collective, let's close the eyes, take a deep breath. Release the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. All right, when you're ready. If I may, I'm going to dig in here for the Cindy collective. There's something that's coming to light, and it has to do with the earthly realm. It's highly protective, and I actually feel like there's a spirit around you. And a very purifying aura. I don't know if you're in the midst of doing this, like shedding things that maybe are from a different time, but it's bringing me to a clear mirror. So you might be going through things that are reflective, and they added so much to your ambiance and your life and your atmosphere. But there's a shift happening. And it's like blowing kisses, saying thank you so much for the time that we were together, or the time that, you were a part of my environment, my energy. But I'm moving on. Seems to be a little bit of a conflict of how to move on. I shouldn't say conflict. Maybe not even a confusion, but it just feels like, okay, it's that whole kind of feeling of, minimalist, getting back to the basics, what serves, what supports, what inspires, and then that's great. And then what, right? Like that's how I feel. Maybe somebody could be thinking ahead. There's two elder entities that are nurturing young. So this is what's bringing me back into kind of like this reflective past and purifying for the future kind of feel. Like you've done so much to help. Maybe it's the next generation or the people around you. And there's also like creating in there, if you can see it in there with me. Excuse my nails. That's what happens when you're artist. Creating things, molding. Okay, so it's asking me to bring forward the brilliance of your state of knowing, mold your future. And just like, say, the clay or the candle wax or the wood carving, something along that area. And even if you're like a mathematician or very analytical, you start peeling back. Maybe you carve things out. Things need to be let go to expose the dream. I'm seeing a sad clown. I can't remember what time they're from, but they're from, I don't know, maybe the 40s or 50s, like a sad clown. But this is all happening in the mind right now, this whole reflective purification. Kisses. If you can blow the kiss of, I don't want to say like blow the kiss of death, but this is just about letting tangible things go. But spending time reflecting on the memory with honor and gratitude so that they can be released and move on to their next journey, or be donated or moved or given, sold. But yeah, there's ties. The sad clown, it's making me feel like it just, some things hold the experience of going through these reflections, these things, these items, these ideas, maybe even you know, could have a little, not a little bit of sadness attached to them, but the art of letting them go, it definitely can have an air of sadness. There's a tent over the sad clown. It's almost as if there's two things happening at the same time is how I'm feeling it. Like this feeling is being had and it's protective while it's going through this molding of the future and peeling away the past. But there's still this space to honor the emotions that may be going through it. There's definitely a new land being had or sought. Something about land, and there might be like a pond, like new land and a pond. And it's inspiring the throwing a stone in the water and seeing the ripples. So even one small action can really emanate through your entire universe and through your being. And this, I'm suddenly like getting anxious when I think about that, like putting too much importance on, well, is this the right thing to let go, or is this the right thing? I don't know. Something about coming back to the feeling and transmuting, like, is this the right or the wrong thing, and saying, but I relish in this memory, in this reflection, or in the possibility if it's coming with you in the future. And building that future and knowing that you can change your mind, right? You can change your mind if it comes with you, but releasing it frees it. And I feel like that's the frequency to, instead of worrying about what's right or wrong, if you're letting things go, feel the feels and then free it. What a beautiful feeling to be freed. It has served. It has been of service. I feel like this new journey or stage, and I'm down here in the bottom of the ink blot right there, and there's this little lamb coming up to a curvy path, and it's all light, right? There's a lot of yellow in there, but then it kind of gets smoky and shadowy into what looks like a haunted house. So there's definitely some fears I'm feeling around. But it's actually, this little lamb is looking back like, I know, I don't want to repeat that cycle. So there's something about this fear zone, this, carnival type thing. And it's representing, at least how it's feeling for me, it's representing a cycle. And you know this cycle, and you're actually out of it now. Or are doing the mind work and the heart work, etc., to start something new, hence the new land and the pebble, right? But it could be in this really uncomfortable space right now. But there's still a wisdom, even if you feel vulnerable like a lamb, to say, I can see it. And if I go into that, it's almost like you've been through it before, so there'll be a certain amount of predictability, even though you've already done it. So there's something about knowing that you've closed a cycle or starting a new one in whatever respect, if it's personal, professional, home, land, moving, traveling, this, that, or the other, but not getting lured in through by the falsity of fear, because you've closed it out. But I don't see you stepping back in, little lamb. Because this lamb is, even though it's little, it's the size isn't indicative of its understanding. It's with the purity, like as above here. Sorry if I'm stumbling on my words. And then down here is the little lamb. There's a purification happening, and it's bringing me into innocence. Innocence, Cindy's. Innocent. All right, I'm going to flip it to win it, and we'll start adding on some tarot and oracle card here. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as we're exploring this beautiful ink blot. Oh, there's definitely new land on the horizon. It just feels like right now the climb or the clutter, the stuff, the to-dos feels heavy. And I'm being asked to say, and remember, you may have had a great time collecting those things and caring for them, wanting them, desiring them, but they have served. And to carry them up this hill or mountain, really this kind of ascension to a next stage of life. And whatever that is, right? Mental, heart, this, that, or the other. You choose the channel that it relates to, or the many paths it may pertain to. But not everything can be carried up. So this purification, but there's a torch up there. I feel like if you're undecided about something, something's going to illuminate very, very gently, almost in like a smoke signal. Like something will just catch your eye. Something about spirit too. A spirit guide around you. Something about like the rib cage and chest plate. Right in here. Rib cage and chest plate. There's an opening for space. And there's also help that's been had, like almost like training wheels of something to help this opening happen or this healing happen. Something might have happened, whether it was actual bloodshed or surgery or a heartbreak. Something happened that will holistically help. And this is bringing me back to the pebble. And now I'm being asked to feel, to be the stone, and to feel being projected into the air. This, no matter how big or small this stone is, or this rock or this pebble, it is this very dense, strong element, mixture of elements even, and it's being projected throughout the air. Like how startling for the stone, or possibly how freeing to then feel the sensation of the moment it hits the water and they clash or come together and make music. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was quite the journey, Cindy, quite the journey there. Like to tune into the fine moments of connection. I gotta move that off to the side a little bit. There's a bundle. I don't know if it's indigenous, like Alaskan or something like that, but there's a bundle in there, and there's like a doll or a being, and I believe this means something sacred. And protection and prosperity have come up if you want to take a snapshot of those. That whole protection thing has been right from the beginning, but I feel like this purging, this purifying is for a prosperous future. And I don't think it has anything to do with money. It absolutely may, but I'm just not feeling like that's the point. It's feeling prosperous in your pores. Right? And even see how this bundle there that I'm picking up on, and then she's got the world. Bundle of joy. Again, you may have children, a child or children. You've done your job. They're well protected and well grown, and they can take their own paths now. You can trust in that. Is that hungry, hungry hippos? I don't know. That's cute though. What else do we have here for Cindy's? Healing and life's purpose. So I really feel like this is coming back to when we were talking about the heart and the rib cage, and even her hands are mimicking that feeling. And the life's purpose, it's just plugging into changing it or modifying it, or I feel like there's a different word. I'm sorry, it's stuck on growing. Okay, just like you helped perhaps your kin, your next generation grow into this tree. They were protected. They were your bundles. And you protected them to grow up. It's like the divine is coming in now and saying, now you can flourish and your canopy will actually become bigger. You don't need to fight through the fear. I don't know, that came right through. We're here for Cindy's. Okay, I feel like you're very much so connected. If not, maybe you don't resonate yourself, but as an earth angel or somebody. Oh, look at, there's a little piece of lavender under here. Look at this little gift. Little piece of love. Love it. You might resonate with being an earth angel, or starting to move through really bringing maybe your belief systems, integrating them into your earthly existence, maybe adding something in, something like that. You're very much so connected. There's to the earth, to the energy of the earth realm. There's two hogs here. There's a portion of their higher self that is kissing. So you might be with a soulmate, twin soul, anything along that line. So just simply somebody that's a good partnership. But I feel like right now, it kind of feels like when pigs fly, we'll come to a clearing, or because there's so many unknowns. I'm not going to lie. It feels like there's a lot of unknowns because this purging to purity has to happen, and it's just this really uncomfortable landscape. But again, smoke signal, light, releasing. And then to have to do that with a partner or somebody that may be coming with you in this future, prospect for the future. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. It's so weird. I usually have it on silent. Even though, like when pigs fly, because they're kissing, so you guys can really make magic happen. But right now it feels like they moved into hog heaven. And there's a little bit of a territory war, like whose vision's gonna pave the way or something like that. Again, I'm hearing the very same thing, like clearing or purifying the communication to feel like, instead of saying, are we going to go here, 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 move here, 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 maybe decorate the room this way, this way, this way. Maybe there's a renovation going on. Maybe or just ask different questions. Right? Do you want the walls blue or do you want them white? And someone says, I don't like that color. Okay, we'll dive in, find out a little bit more information of why, because it could be, it's information to help turn the hogs into pigs flying. First breath. And a bold step forward to the farther gate. Right? I cannot express how, look at all that white and white. Boldly going. And we were talking about, if I recall, that whole new universe. This is change, 55, change. Moving things around. The planets the people, the things. Thank you. Dream thief. Refusal of the call. And on the bottom, we have hollow bone teachability. See how ancient that is? It's bringing me to that bundle again. The bundle and the smoke signal, like being very, very feathery. Okay, this is that whole lamb possibly going back in to repeat a cycle. At least that's how it's making me feel from this perspective in the here and now. And as like you take another step forward in this towards your farther gate of your future, and you just got to take it one step at a time, right? One thing. And every time you take a little step farther in, closer into it, and you make your decision, you know, stay, donate, go, or it's coming with me. Okay, there it is. And then this fear creeps up. Did I make the right decision? Are we making the right decision? Should we go left? Should we go right? Should we go straight? Should we do this? Should we do that? Feel it. And then, you know, I keep hearing like, come back out. Understand it's, you know, sucking you in because you're moving away from what was. And that might serve more people than you now. Like, I don't know how to say that nicely, but if you stay in the space, obviously there's some sort of drive towards this earth divinity. But if you stay and go back in of the cycle, it's actually for serving other people, less yourself. But if you bravely step forward and make these decisions little by little, large by large, it sets an example again to show everyone how tall they can grow. So don't be your own dream thief is kind of like blatantly coming through. Oh, I'm actually going to go up there. Thank you. All right, Cindy's, we're getting ready to close. Thank you so much for being here with me. And it sounds like you're on quite the adventure to change or grow, let go, let in. But this is working towards something. Your own transformation, because it's time. And that's what I hear. It's time. And there's that heart chest plate again. Comes right back into that healing. That healing happened for a reason. It happened for a reason. I wish you the utmost, Cindy's, on this exploration of your past and your future. It's like with your partner, you know, you're transforming. And I feel like it's just, you know, hold on to your dream. Allow that dream to seduce you towards the smoke signal that you know, and not let another seduction lure you into taking away your own dreams, like talking yourself out of them. That's what that was. Didn't want me to acknowledge that. And Cindy's, wherever you're going, see all that tall, definitely feels like a new home or establishment or new land and landscape. But you are making your own magic happen while you're here in the material world, because you are freeing and have freed not only a part of yourself, but your soul and your spirit. And I feel like it just needs a little bit more, like the heart space and the rib cage and the chest plate. You just need a little bit more room now. You know, you're just like, hey, I just need a little bit more room. I need to free myself. All right, Cindy's, thank you so much for your time. And until next time, thank you so much.